As you can imagine, the mayhem at the Berrien County Courthouse behind me was just a nightmare for people who work in courthouses, especially for those in charge with keeping courthouses secure. 24-Hour News 8's Barton Dieters has this report, new at 6.
Berrien County is not much different from courthouses built over the last 50 years. 4 floors, 4 courtrooms for criminal trials. Prisoners taken from the county jail to the courthouse transfer area below ground to one of 2 holding cells on the floor where criminal trials are held. Larry Gordon was just like the more than 3,400 other inmates that went from the jail to the courthouse last year. He didn't seem like someone who was going to kill his captors.
He's not been combative. He's always been cooperative the entire time he was here.
But the danger still exists. In Kent County, Captain Clinton Thorne demonstrates the various forms of restraint to keep defendants under control. The department also uses a shock belt on occasion that can be used for especially dangerous defendants who need to be stunned.
Right here, we're looking at a set of leg irons, set of handcuffs. These can be utilized in front or in back.
In most court appearances, defendants are handcuffed in front, not in back, so they can use their hands to take an oath or to sign documents. Thorne says the level of restraint is different for different defendants.
Things that can be demeanor, at that time, it can be past behavior that we've witnessed in the past, things that they've done, current charges, just many different factors.
In Berrien County, officials say Gordon was restrained only with front cuffs. Often the more restrictive gun holsters are used in situations where officers come into contact with suspects. During jury trials, having a defendant in shackles can be seen as prejudicial against the defendant. But at sentencing, it makes sense to have maximum restraint.
And that was Barton Dieters reporting. Meantime, the National Center for State Courts recommends that the transport officer, the person who has direct contact with the prisoner or defendant, is actually armed with a taser or baton, not a firearm. And that is to minimize the likelihood of an in-custody defendant actually getting a firearm. Now, we did check in with courts around West Michigan, and none of them said they actually adhere to that standard.